Hit. And off to Frazier. Powell is quickly on him. Knocks the ball away. Picked up by David Ware. Ahead to Adams. Twirling on Wilbekin. He's a 31% three-point shooter. And UCLA back the other way. They've won 5 consecutive games. 7 of 8.
And here's where Steve Alford talked about attacking the pressure. And if they don't get it, they'll just flow into their offense.
Exactly what I was going to highlight. He switched the angle of that screen to allow Wilbekin to go to his right.
David Ware. Adams.
Struggling. 2 or 3 white jerseys around him.
Powell the 3. Walker had it. Adams grabs it. Jordan Adams.
Got to find Frazier.
He'll uncork a 3. Wilbekin is 2 of 8.
Yeah, I mean, that's a shot I think he certainly wants to try to gauge and, get his stroke back. But this part in time in the game, you want to continue to build that lead.
Under 15 to play, second half. Rotating on the perimeter. Adams the triple.
That's nice. Back-to-back. Freelance. Billy Donovan told him to pull it out and run something.
Rebound by David Ware on the miss from Dorian Finney-Smith. Anderson.
Oh, what a pass.
Beautiful pass to Adams.
Wow. One hand off the
game. Wilbekin. Finney-Smith inside to Young. Rebound by David Ware.
Well, he got that point-blank position underneath, man. Normally he's not going to miss that.
Anderson. Adams wide open again. Young lets him fire.
Guys is very much the glue guy. This one is a hard worker, very consistent.
9 points and 6 rebounds for Gajic in Friday's victory over VCU. David Ware down low to Adams. Conference schedule undefeated along with Florida and Wichita State.
I think this is a very impressive start for the Lumberjacks. Just hanging right in there, playing very confidently.
Adams confident. There's 10 on the shot clock. Walker from deep. Adams may have gotten a piece of that one, and UCLA comes away with it in transition. Powell. Now Anderson. Adams again from the baseline, and again he hits. Levine in transition to Adams for 2. Walk up, try to find Brooks in the corner, nothing doing, a turnover.
Well, they were not letting him come back to the middle of the floor. Adams just forcing him to the baseline. Good anticipation of that pass.
Adams 3 on the other end. Big. Adams left open from 13 feet. Won't go. Tipped out though, and second chance opportunity for UCLA. Bruins won the Pac-12 championship, beating Arizona in Las Vegas last week. And Steve Alford told us his team needed that, and the emotion that was on display in that game and that hunger you saw from UCLA is carried over here to the NCAA tournament.
Well, they came off a bad loss at the end of the year to Washington State, and that really just brought back a championship mentality to them, especially beating Arizona in the final.
Aiming coast to coast. Short. And numbers at the other end. Adams right to the hoop for 2. He's got 7. Jack's wasting a lot of time here on this possession. And that one's tipped, and a turnover by Stephen F. Austin. That's their 8th.
Stephen Alford looking over at his son, telling him to calm things down, run some clock a little bit.
Three and a half to go, 15 on the shot clock. Parker bounces it to Adams. How about Parker?
Transition defensively.
Michael Stevens, Raymond Steins, and Brent Hampton, the officials. And the first shot of the game belongs to Rashad Smith, and he's off the mark. Jordan Adams left open. That's a long 2, and he knocks it down.
Right, that out front, especially the referee's more inclined to, but that definitely was a travel. But these teams, I mean, Tulsa comes in averaging 73 points a game. UCLA at 80. They are well below that pace right now.
Wonderful work by Adams.
Off the bounce to the rim.
Three on the way, and Adams connects. Jordan Adams now in double figures with a lead. It's blocked. And now up ahead, Adams. And he didn't have numbers. Powell recovers. Powell right to the hoop. Powell can't finish. Adams tip, no good. Adams again. And the foul.
Have keyed that run late in the first half to bring them back into the game.
And those two, Wright and Woodard, have scored Tulsa's last 17 points. It's been a two-man show for Tulsa. Adams turnaround. And he's got time to go. Here's Adams on cue. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And now a steal by Adams. Adams lays it in. Jordan Adams with 20.
Nice pass underneath, but Johnson the rejection. Up and under for two.
Jones way down the court, sucks in the defense, able to find York all by himself beyond the three-point line.
That's York's second. The Wildcats 4 for 5 from downtown. On the other end, deep two in a rattle zone, Jordan Adams.
That's a get out of jail free card. And he was locked up along the baseline, able to slip that ball to Nick Johnson for an easy two.
Anderson off the high screen.
It's a good rotation there by Gordon, not to allow Travis Will that wide open three.
Adams! More than anyone else, he's about an 80% shooter in practice, but unfortunately when the lights turn on, not so good.
And that just comes with time. He's able to relax a little bit more at the line.
UCLA lead now cut to 1. Ware on the wing. Anderson, 6 to shoot. Into the corner. Here's Powell. The feed underneath. High over the defense. Jefferson left his feet. And drills it.
That's important that he gets it going.
Johnson down at 6.
He's the real leader of the ball club, the Pac-12 player of the year. He's got to come out and have a good second half.
Under 30 seconds here in the first half. Underneath and an easy 2-2 as he Jordan Adams with 10 points now.
That's that big setting the table for his teammates. Beautiful assist to turnover ratio, does a terrific job taking care of the basketball and finding open shooters.
Good ball movement for the Bruins. Tarzuski meanwhile now with 10 points. Adams baseline 2.
All that athleticism, using it wisely on the defensive end.
Adams buries the 2. UCLA's got it under a minute left. Any bucket gives the Bruins a lead. Here's a tough contested three.
There's a future NBA player right there, and Dwight Powell. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of skill set for a guy who's 6'10".
And we apologize for all the viewers in Omaha, Nebraska. A chance for a triple-double tonight if he keeps it up. 3 trying, Adams no good, loose ball, and a bunch of Bruins nearby. Adams taking, right hand finish off the glass.
Perimeter, their time just about a foot inside a three-point shot.
Now, one thing that helps Oregon is the 3 ball. And I know that was a 2, but it seems like when Oregon's at their best, they're making at least 10 threes a game. Here we go.
Again, this is an excellent weapon for Oregon. Has been through much of the 8-game win streak.
And the advantage UCLA has, Kyle Anderson, your 6'9" point guard, can see right over the top of it.
Jordan, great Bruin basketball blue. One thing you said, Don, your key, UCLA must rebound. So far, Oregon has just 1 offensive rebound.
14-12 on the glass in favor of UCLA.
Waverly Austin. Travis Ware. Good pursuit, but nothing. And then finally, over for Richard Amarty. So Oregon, that's their first basket since Joseph Young knocked down a three with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Oregon, I said this last night during the Oregon State game, they love to change defenses. And I expect to throw a good offensive team out of rhythm. You'll see a lot more of that here in the second half. Give them different looks every time. The help can't help as much as you would like. You know, if you leave Anderson more, he's open. Leave Adams, Anderson takes advantage. But Ware's stepping out is a big factor because that really spaces the floor now. And it opens up the paint for driving lane. Same play.
Play by Lacey. Underneath, another turnover. Out front leading the charge. Jordan Adams all the way.
Physical guy on the inside, got a lot of size, good hops, decent outside jumper on that particular play. Just trying to be active, trying to get a touch.
Adams up quickly with it along the bay. He's been playing well. The last 4 games, 17 points, 8 rebounds after only playing 5 minutes in a win over Stanford. That sparked something in him, though he's played great since.
C.J. Wilcox, Andrew Andrews, Nigel Williams-Goss, all tremendous players, but Jordan Adams is. Bruins would not have won without Cameron Dollar that night.
C.J. Wilcox on the missed 3. He is the Pac-12 leader in made threes this season. Travis Ware underneath, out to Adams. And Adams has all 5 for the first half. Washington by 2. Taking a lot of time off the shot clock here. Williams-Goss in the high post. Blackwell underneath. Adams got the strip. And now Jordan Adams out on the run. Alford gets it to him. Adams through the lane. Counted and a foul.
Play happens so fast that the referees are just not even sure of it, because everybody makes that same violation. But Desmond Simmons, who hasn't been able to take it up to 11 often enough to make the difference.
Here's Kyle Anderson. Been quiet so far. He does have 3 assists, 3 rebounds, just 2 points. Adams in the lane. Beautiful shot by Anderson. Moves to his right. He's now 1 of 6 from the floor, but Jordan Adams.
A slow start here. If they have a slow start, the crowd's going to get out of it here, and the Bruins will just roll on to yet another victory.
UCLA 22-7. Steve Alford 7 straight years of 22 wins or more, including the last all 6 of his seasons in New Mexico.
Winningest coach under 49 in all of college basketball. Beautiful give and go.
And the basket by Jordan Adams.
Please turn them back the other way. We're in the last weekend of the season.
I'm going to miss that for the next 8 months. Is Jordan Adams
basketball.
Good defense by Kyle Anderson, all to the shot. And then Williams-Goss loses it. And here's Jordan Adams. Easy stuff. And then the floater ties it at 53.
Beautiful back and forth basketball. Norman Powell trying to get it done.
And Jordan Adams again, 20.
Who all they want is a chance. Connor Smith has one. He's making the most of it. He's going to graduate with a degree in public health. And Connor Smith is going to.
Here's Andrews for 3. And David Ware with a rebound. And Adams out in transition.
Oh, beautiful.
Strong drive by Adams.
Morris Walker having issues with the handle. Ware goes low, and the Bruins come up with it. Powell outlets it. Adams, strong take, reverse will fall. And we're tied at 10.
Company to be mentioned with.
Inbounds pass broken up. UCLA on the break. Adams. And we're tied at 12. This team, this time of the year, and take away the easy buckets. For the opposition, how to manage your team in March, and they're not doing a good job of it. The nice bucket there.
Who's defending the inbounds passer. You have to take an angle that forces him to pass it to the sideline and not underneath your own basket.
Nelson almost with the steal. And the Bruins drop a triple.
And that's 26 points in the paint for Oregon State, doing a good job of getting the ball inside with the interior passing and then finishing down low.
Powell, a tough pass for a big man to grab at the knees, but a turnover and a conversion. A response from UCLA. There's Adams. Anderson to Alford. Quick moving second half. 7:45 left in this one. Adams got his man in the air. The lefty land goes.
I think his dad was pretty good.
Adams from 3. That one was like my men's moment. That's a great one-on-one matchup. Oh, nice work between Adams and Ware.
Doesn't matter if you're closing out.
Randall throws it away. Nostich didn't go get the ball. So here's Anderson in the open court. Patiently found Adams. Wide open. Rattles down to 3.
Already in this game. He's had some huge games. 33 against Washington.
3 times this year he's gone over 30. When he gets going, he can keep it going. Anderson against Powell this time. And what a look for Jordan Adams.
Yes. But there's good matchups all over the floor. And one thing we should mention, Ricky Krecklow back in the lineup for Cal just recently. And you look at the numbers, you say, well, why is he starting after being out for so long? He brings that toughness and that grit. But he got a steal up top and went coast to coast. Those are the types of plays you need if you're Cal to get this crowd up and into it.
Adams curling off the screen for 3.
Coming, no help. He's got to make a play if they throw it into him.
Instead steps out to the short corner and comes up flat on the shot. Adams going right at Tyrone Wallace. Jordan Adams.
I'll tell you, Montgomery, I mean, you can make a case for probably the top 6 teams coaches in the league.
Cal went bigger on Anderson. Richard Solomon defending him now, but the Bruins get a second chance on the offensive glass, and Adams percent from the floor. In fact, among Pac-12 teams, they have the largest home-road disparity in their shooting numbers, so this is a good sign.
2 of their 3 losses in the conference are on the road, at Utah and at Oregon State.
It's Wallace who draws the initial assignment on Anderson. 12 to shoot here in our first half. Jordan Adams slips through a double screen. And it was Matthews and Bird for Cal, Levine, Alford, and Parker for UCLA.
I think the best sign for Cal is that Bird and Matthews got it going from the perimeter a little bit. So much for the better.
Likes of Powell and Anderson and Adams are in some ways, are they the perfect complement?
Offensively, I think they are. I don't think the Bruin faithful are wrong in wanting more from them in the painted area, defensively, toughness, rim protection, and that kind of thing. But yes, offensively, they are a perfect complement to space the floor. And I think the more they get from Tony Parker as a low post presence, they become even more important.
Where Quinn see the names he's chasing.
He's going to get that. He needs 8. That's surprising to me that it's, I don't want to say that low, but you would think more than that.
Backs down Matthews here. It's at the defensive end.
Yes.
That's a rare offensive rebound for Anderson. Just off the elbow here. Great look and one. Just another rough night for Tyrone Wallace against the UCLA Bruins. Anderson has this one in the corner. Ahead to Adams. Parker trailing. He'll take it himself. Cobb's too high from Bird. There's steal number 5 for Adams.
Once was, but I think with his shot blocking ability, he'll definitely get a look.
We'll hit the 3-minute mark on this possession. Number 3 for UCLA, leading the way in scoring with 26 points. Bruins looking to complete the season sweep of Cal. Powell to the baseline.
And Adams. They're going to have guys stepping up.
Adams steps in the passing lane. Running with Powell, he'll take it himself.
He is so good. Those next weekend, Colorado or Utah. Won't be easy, obviously.
Backdoor Adams from Travis Ware.
Set play out of the starters from Utah, from LA. Tucker, Taylor, and DeLon Wright.
They combined for 42 in the win over the Trojans. Adams catch and shoot.
Game start.
Cal and Washington.
I'm sure those guys are saying McClain doesn't know what he's talking about right now.
You know, their TVs, though, are higher definition and are larger, and they probably saw a few pixels we didn't here courtside.
What are pixels?
I don't know. Jordan Adams breaks the drought. Slashing to the rim. Still looking for his first field goal.
Looking for the contact, didn't get it.
Adams to double figures.
And win it. Those guys are going to have to affect
it. Jordan Adams catch and shoot from Powell, and he still has the hot.
Where they go with the ball.
Leverage looking for his first make of the game. The Running Utes still haven't scored since halftime. Adams charging. Adams to the line. He did not miss the last time these two teams hooked up. Onwas does on this trip. Adams, no hesitation as he falls to the floor.
Double figures.
He checked out with 6 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists. I think he took the rest of the afternoon off.
Evergreen State was who they scored 128 on. That's right. To this half for Utah. Ogby head down to the rim.
We went 4 of 4 against UCLA in Salt Lake City back in January. I don't think Jordan Adams.
Los Angeles, 11-5 UCLA.
Who's going to be that guy for Colorado that says we can get this done? This is such a young squad, having to totally revamp everything that they did with the loss of Dinwiddie. The three guys, Askia Booker, Big X Johnson, and then Josh Scott, they're the guys.
Another great look by Anderson, and Jordan Adams with his first basket.
Relax, making it all happen.
He's 9 for his last 11 for three-point land, Bill.
Numbers, algebra.
Adams, strong move by Jordan Adams.
Now with the Buffaloes, it's happening for him. Couldn't be more proud.
Powell hit the 3 for UCLA last time down the floor. A chance to tie the game or maybe retake the lead for the Bruins. Adams on the baseline scores, and we're all even at 45. Tremendous career high 8 assists tonight. He's been averaging about 5 assists since the injury to Dinwiddie. Suffered a knee injury season ender 8 games ago. Colorado finally maybe finding an identity in how to play without him. Adams counts the basket and a 3-point chance. And that's his third 3. That ends the 11-0 UCLA run. 5-point lead for the Bruins, 11.5 to go.
Need a big defensive stop here for Colorado. Get back in this game right now.
Adams curling and hits the short one-hander.
Better than ever, and it's just a fantastic privilege for me to be back here today.
Colorado trapping in backcourt.
And the real test for Steve Alford is going to be long-term recruiting. Sure. Because we know that Sean Miller over at Arizona, he's got that. And Herb Sendek always coming over here. And with Lorenzo Roma coming, a beautiful pass.
And Adams with the basket. It's a 9. And he gets the roll, and USC is on the board first.
That's where Wesley operates, and a good find by Howard.
Quickly to the basket.
Played 3 years at Maryland in the ACC, and as I said earlier, now the primary ball handler for USC. He's done a good job. Their offense has been much better the last 3 or 4 games.
Here's Adams, and it's 4-2.
To rim protect, guard people, and rebound. That's his value to this USC team.
Here's Jordan Adams. Knocks down the open 3. Howard penetrates, has his shot blocked, and David Ware comes away with it. Adams for 3. Gets the roll, and UCLA is rebound for the Bruins. Anderson.
Surprised we haven't seen Anderson in the post much. Terrell giving up about 6 inches to him.
Adams behind the screen. Nails a 3. Here's Dotson with the first shot of the game, and it's off the mark. Rebounded by Jordan Adams.
Damian Dotson so critical to the attack here. His ability to stroke the perimeter jumper.
That's a 3 for Jordan Adams. UCLA's
passing
A layup for Jason Calise.
And the challenge for this conference, the Pac-12 conference, the best conference in the land, is to get those Saturday night showcase games. To get that huge marquee broadcast team, the power of ESPN behind him. Larry Scott doing everything he can. Better pre-conference scheduling will help immeasurably.
There is one in late February, by the way. Pac-12 game. It'll be in prime time on Saturday night. Beautiful spin and score by Jordan Adams, just his second batting day off.
Congratulations, Neil.
I'm presuming that Neil and Stan are going to be anchoring Sports Center from LA coming up on ESPN.
Those guys do a great job. Fun. Happy.
You were on Sports Center on Monday night during the highlights of the Stanford women's game with your commentary. I was very good, by the way. Adams with a three-point opportunity. Great pass by Anderson.
Slow down the pace of the game.
Well, he's the best free throw shooter in the conference at 88%. Ties the game at 52.
Remember how long Karl Malone would take? You could have a sandwich during a couple of free throws by Karl.
Adams up top. Nails a three. Jordan Adams now with 14 points.
Needs to find a way to exploit their talents more in every aspect of the game. Wild runner by Alford.
Parker trying to keep it alive. Oh, Carter had it. He threw it right to Adams. Tried to save it under his own basket and turned it over. Oregon over the last 5 minutes. And remember, UCLA, just one timeout. They had to burn one earlier when Anderson hit the floor trying to save a ball from going out of bounds. Inside a minute to go. Anderson finds Adams. He's fouled and he scores. Great dish by Anderson and a chance for.
Good hands there. Solomon digging it out. He has some making up to do, missing a couple of shots around the rim.
Richard Solomon, interesting. They have the center for Cal guarding the point forward, if you will. Anderson is. Alford again looks to drive. Inside for Adams. Well designed play by UCLA.
They're that athletic that you got to worry about. Usually it's just one. So if you worry about Powell, Houston's hurt you and vice versa.
Well, inside Stanford protects. But if we could have heard Johnny Dawkins, there's a nice feed to Adams for the basket.
I think more feel for the game. I still think there's some times when shot selection's an issue, driving into traffic. He will get better at that the more he plays, the more he's coached. But you just don't see 6'5" guys with that kind of athleticism that could shoot it, like he does, that play that guard position. But really, it's the end-to-end and the high flying at the rim is what really attracts people.
Now that's what Adams wanted. Davis wear back.
Well, and that's a great point, Ted, because they only got 6 points from the bench in Utah. And so, if you're going to win especially on the road, you got to have more bench production than that. We talked about Alford and his struggles on that trip last weekend. But when you only go 8 deep, the 3 coming off got to give you something.
Adams ran, posted up along the.
Be put as a turnover for Stanford, but that's definitely a turnover.
And Adams makes them pay.
I expected him to kind of give that up.
Randall got away with a big time
yes, he did.
Shove off there. The 3 officials had a conversation during the timeout. Anderson sees first half about Stanford not having many guys leave early. The Lopez twins did only play 2 years. I lost track of time. They're the only ones, though. And Adams knocks it down.
From Ogby after that one dropped for him. He now has 5. Lead swells to 15. Powell loses it. Saved by Anderson. Adams from 3. Finally.
He looks completely fatigued, especially here playing in altitude. Providing so much for this team, whether it's facilitating or scoring the basketball himself. You can see the effect and the physical toll it's taken on him.
Anderson with a game high 20. That one will fall for.
Levine to Adams. Adams uses that frame, gets a little bump, and gets that one. Another turnover. Alford to Adams. Drew. That's a two-pointer. Adams gets that to go, and Coach Alford quickly calls it time.
Can't let Parker get deep position. He's not that skilled on the block, but if he gets that deep, he's going to score.
Well, there's Anderson again, the arms. And Powell.
1 minute.
And now Booker looks to be the guy if you're going to score. And Booker took it right into Adams, one of the great steal masters of the conference, and then out screaming that.
And you're in the bonus, so even more reason to be aggressive.
Jordan Adams back quickly, going in, and scoring. And there's Levine.
Guess who?
Adams. And that doesn't go. The tip does, but that's Adams.
On the first three.
Levine averages over 12 points a game. And a steal. Jordan Adams to the basket. Carson for three. And that's off the mark, and the rebound Anderson for the Bruins.
Jimmy Carson does have to get it going for Arizona State. There's a lot of time in this game.
Adams, three.
But as
here's Jordan Adams, the pull-up. And UCLA is in.
Have to beat them. And this is a game that will go a long way to reestablishing the Bruins critically with the fan base and the recruits.
Adams gets to the bucket again. That's 3 layups for UCLA. 6 minutes play.
He has to keep P.J. McConnell in front of him. Careless turnover for the Cats up front.
They're at the limit that Sean Miller set, saying that's what he thought they could only commit to win, just 10.
And they're winning already.
Adams, tough shot, but able to hit over the defender. Nick to go to 16-0. Will take on USC this weekend. Adams with the rebound, and this time UCLA with a third chance gets the basket. Big pass, Hall of Famer Bill Walton, Andy Katz here at Pauley. Nick Johnson's three won't go. Arizona trying to go to 16-0. And stay at number 1, but UCLA is coming. Here's Adams for three. It's good! We're tied at 68.
You talk about the next level. If you get a guy 7'2" to run the floor, that will excite some scouts.
he'll have a job for 20 years if he wants it.
Jordan Adams, the baseline jumper is good.
Super slow.
Keyshawn Howard's three, no good. And the rebound is chased down by David Ware. The kick out, Adams for three. He can shoot it. USC has kind of settled into this game a bit more.
Exactly. A couple timeouts to do that for you. Coach has his guys regrouped, and they've gotten a little bit more comfortable, settled down.
Jordan Adams, the rainbow three.
Silky smooth, and he's got a beautiful in-between game.
Levine, UCLA, they've got numbers. Adams in transition for three. Got it!
USC's not moving the ball as well against the zone. Everybody that's catching it is holding it, standing with the ball, surveying the situation. You got to move it, move the bodies.
Like that?
There you go. A lot of open shooters.
Keyshawn Howard, the steal, then he almost pushed off Jordan Adams, threw up a wild shot. You saw that graphic about UCLA, 3 players already in double figures. Norman Powell gets in the paint, the kick out. Adams, the corner three again with the rainbow.
Just always aware.
His corner three, no good. Jordan Adams, the rebound. And he puts it in.
That was just effort.
Little lefty baby hook by Jovanovic is short. Adams transition three. Just put in the book.
Bad offense, or are the Bruins doing a good job on D?
You're not responsible for the opposition. The Bruins are playing fine defensively, but Alabama has to do a better job offensively.
Jordan Adams.
Last year, been a struggle this season. Defense not as good as it's been in the past. UCLA with an 8-point lead.
But Alabama is tops in the SEC in academics for basketball.
Adams with another 3. 15 points and the Tide with a 3-point lead.
This might be the new rotation for Coach Anthony Grant in his 5th year in Tuscaloosa.
Well, he told us that he's hoping that Relaford will get the message based on the benching, and I think it got through. Here's Adams on the low block. A nice fake. He faked the pass out and turned to the base. Developing already there because of some of the infield comments about the style of play at UCLA, at least under the previous staff. Well, you made some of those comments as well. As Adams connects on the
recruits by Anthony Grant.
Here's Adams recovering, getting to the loop.
Super South year.
The last guy to average the point, rebounding, and assist totals that Anderson is averaging now was Evan Turner 4 years ago at Ohio State.
Switch on the defensive end. Anderson being guarded right now by Dawkins.
Alford driving on Cook. Nice pass inside to Adams.
From the perimeter. You can bring it inside, then go outside.
And Jabari Parker off to a big start here tonight now with 8. Another great feed this time.
They're going to win down there in Tampa.
They get it inside again, kick it out again, but Cook misses this time.
Shooting from the NBA 3. You got to know the recognition of the line. The idea is to get an easier shot. Not try to prove to people you can shoot the NBA 3.
Adams from the elbow.
Just a man up and down is special. He's dancing with John. Even Bruce loves him. I think Mike Krzyzewski has a chance to get free tickets to a Springsteen concert.
Adams.
UCLA was expecting tonight.
I already said it, but it continues. I really like the energy on the defensive end so far for UCLA.
Jordan Adams all over the basket, a chance in the air where you test yourself.
Cannot do that anymore. You cannot just schedule cupcakes and expect to make the NCAA tournament. It is RPI and strength of schedule.
Jordan Adams.
How they get a lot of their steals, anticipating passes and picking them off.
Just over 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Bruins all the way.
Would help if they could get this guy incorporated here, Wana Bale, who just had the ball. You know, big, long, athletic guy, could really help with the rim protection for UCLA. It hasn't played a lot. Sat out the year, enrolled at Texas Tech, then got out of it. Adams again.
He stayed in, and he'll finish easily.
Yep.
Getting worked on the road, a long way from home. These guys have been living out of suitcases for 2 weeks.
Down to 21.
Adams from the corner. It's 21 points for Scott.
I don't know what their coverage is on screen roll defense right now, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't it.
He was their leading scorer coming in so far.
From Oregon, and look at how quickly UCLA is able to run even on mates, and that's what happens. You get crosses when UCLA actually gets a little bit better because they don't really take a step back when they go to their bench. The production has been at a high level all season long. Gives them some pretty good energy, versatility, athleticism, and look at the content only on CBS. Under 7 to play. In the first half from Columbia, 2 unbeatens. Missouri right now with the longest consecutive home winning streak in college basketball. Adams outside, and we'll find out as they maneuver. And we begin our second half
in the inaugural college basketball broadcast on CBS on the road to the Final Four. Adams forcing the issue with us. Adams, and he has to dig once and twice and finds it the second time. Smith from Detroit showing another deal.
And he is going to be important. Frank Hay talked about it. He said he gives us toughness when he's on the floor. Adds to the physicality.
Levine to Adams. Adams has taken a lot of shots, but a lot of UCLA down the
Anderson wants to run this break and distribute. He doesn't want to have to go score it himself as he finds front.
The back and forth, the counter. UCLA probably talked about, hey guys, we got to stay a little tighter to our guys. What does that do? Opens up the middle for Williams. And
Jordan Adams
have a lot of empty trips. You got to step up and knock down the free throws.
And the junior from Phoenix does, and UCSB up one. Here's Kyle Anderson again, inside, nice pass to Jordan Adams. Kyle Anderson, the runner in the key, offensive rebound, Jordan Adams. Gets it over Allen Williams, and UCLA play is going to be fantastic. It definitely means I'm not with you.
Calabro, my man Kevin.
Jordan Adams to the basket, UCLA.
Against Cale Abrahamson, and Chris Collins rolling the dice a little bit, bringing Jershawn Cobb back out onto the floor with 2 fouls. Jordan Adams, strong take to the rim. He can shoot it, he can drive.
Steve Alford before the game, and he said the biggest thing they had to do defensively was chase Northwestern off the three-point line.
How about that for a response? 5:39 remains the score here in favor of the Bruins. Nice feed underneath. Adams trying to keep him close. Jershawn Cobb with 10 points.
By far Northwestern's best one-on-one player. He can get his own shot.
Adams from straight on. Yes. From West Des Moines, Iowa.
Again, the thing about being shorthanded without Drew Crawford is these other guys have got to step up into different roles. And, Northwestern's playing with some courage.
Adams again rolling off that pick.
Bruins buck. Out of bounds to Nevada. Count the ball.
Jordan, all that stuff, not just one thing, a lot of little things.
Travis Ware, Alford, and Levine into the game as Adams gets backdoor and wraps it around off the glass.
Levine handles some, and even Adams.
Good eyes by Alford there to get Adams an open three that brought.
They want more minutes. They want to prove that they deserve more minutes. So when you get your chance, you're going to go out there and be ready to go.
Adams on the drive, got raked across that left.
Yet tonight either. 2 points. Leading scorer on the road, you got to get some production from him.
Adams the board.
The problem is with their lack of size, their options are kind of limited in what they can do. It's not like you can say we need to go inside more. They're giving up a ton of size to UCLA.
Adams curling through the paint. He and Steve Alford had a little grin there, didn't they, going back down the floor.
Probably saying, why are you taking charges?
Ware had to work for that rebound. Now in the hands of Alford. To Adams. Great catch and finish.
He plays hard every single possession.
Look at the feed inside. Adams couldn't finish it from Anderson. The first time it blocked. Down low in transition. Chad Ostamus, the Canadian, redshirt senior.
UCLA was concerned about him and his ability to rebound as Adams
Turner missing his first attempt, freshly into the contest.
Yeah, probably need to get up and down a few times before you start getting threes up.
Adams is always
aggressive, active. He's a nice player.
8 points. Bring it down to 44-38.
Differential, so Moorhead will get a look at it.
Adams on the interior. Took the contact.
Pavilion.
He's in his second and final season at Moorhead State after stops in British Columbia. He's Canadian. And Howard, Texas along his college trail. Out of the break, Jordan Adams gets it.
Rush it just a hair. Came up short.
Anderson blocked that with the back of his hands. Off to Adams, a big step through for 2.
Strap it in for 12 more minutes.
Ari Turner back into contest, missed everything. Numbers for the Bruins. They go right to Adams.
Game so far.
A quick shout out to the UCLA women's soccer team playing in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Up 3-0 here on campus late against Kentucky. Looks like they're going to the Sweet 16.
This time Anderson.
They said they wanted to get inside him like so many teams before Moorhead State have. You can add them to the list of teams that have been unable to turn him over.
You know, it's so funny, JB, as Sean was telling, with Tony Parker now playing more minutes.
And, of course, the Ware's stroke in the mid-range. I mean, that's a real easy way to pick up some assists just on the easy.
And when he goes down and posts up and the double team comes, that's probably his best opportunity for assists.
Does not look like the Eagles will foul it out. Adams on the long.
He's tempted as a player. You obviously never want to come out.
And Adams. Rebound 3.
Yeah, he's the point guard, but he will play off the ball because he has to score for them to win. And McKinney, when he gets on the ball, is Adams, kid that transferred out. Georgetown.
Ball kicked. Adams. Nice job by Adams to get by Garrity. Garrity's had 3 3-point baskets made in the game. The young man we mentioned, he grew up in Huntington Beach. As Adams drills the 3.
Right back at you.
Garrity took the long range. Garrity wasn't a big D1 recruit, and he admitted he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Like every kid down here, he wanted to play at UCLA.
Adams has been unbelievable tonight on the defensive end.
Oh, Hufford! That brings Pauly up. 2 for Sacramento State.
Yeah, that's shocking. Means that Sacramento State's doing that, shooting a lot of jumpers.
Adams. Isaac Hamilton.
Isaac Hamilton's a nice player. McDonald's All-American that will play next year. Gets to practice all year with the team, which is important. Many times have we seen guys that had to sit out for whatever reason. He's Adams.
UCLA on the dunk by McCune.
Getting in the middle of that zone at the foul line with a pass or with the penetration breaks down the 2-3 zone.
Now there's the one that was pounding the ball on the ground on the court, point guard, and that was destructive to a team. The other guy's right; they stop playing,
stop running. Exactly right.
To watch Bader because clearly his shooting ability, but also Mondi as a defender. And there's history. I mean, you go back to I'm thinking of a guy like T.R. Dunn that played a long time in the NBA without a whole lot of offense.
How about a guy that played here, Luke Richard and Bob Mute?
Exactly, still going.
Adam would tell you that how much fun it is when you're playing and the place is going bananas.
Adams.
They're not going to quit playing. And we talked about the Carolina game and how they beat them in the second half.
Aaron Gordon of such reputation, he's automatically on that list.
Yeah. A lot of freshmen this year on that list. This year's NBA draft is loaded with one and done.
Oh, and Adam
back in, 8 fouls for UCLA so far. They have a 6-point lead over Drexel. And on the drive and putting it up and in. Anderson can't get it to fall. Here comes Lee. Fumbled it twice, diving for it, and Levine has it.
Unforced error by Lee.
Adams for 3. Got it, Jordan Adams. Shade long.
Pretty good look at the end of the shot clock there.
Yeah, that would have pulled them back to within 1. Nothing there for Jordan Adams.
Kyle Anderson, being from New Jersey, has played against a lot of these guys in AAU and travel basketball, getting the ball, getting good quality looks. But I guess you do have to give Drexel some credit. They picked up their intensity some on the defensive end. They're getting some stops.
David Ware and the put